Now then, people, and welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. It's great to be back, and thank you so much for all of you that have been watching the content since my return. Before we get into today's video, as is always the case, please smash a like, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and of course, hit that notification bell. Before we get into the juicy part of today's video, I just want to announce a new show that's live now on the channel, okay? 5:30 p.m, myself and lifelong Leeds fan and Team Talk editor James Marshman will be doing a live show every Friday from 5:30 p.m. discussing all the latest Leeds United transfer links throughout that week, some silly, some concrete, and we're going to give you an opportunity to get involved as well. That's why we're doing it live. It's going to be a live show for you to get your comments in, ask James and myself about certain links, and we'll chew the fat on them. So make sure you join me for that new exciting show that starts 5:30 today, the Leeds United transfer show. So please head on over to the YouTube homepage now, smash a like on that video, put notifications on, and I'll hopefully see you all at 5:30 p.m. But today's video is, of course, about Leeds United being linked with another forward, Alberth Elis. This was a link that came the other days from a very reputable source in L'Equipe, okay, one of the leading French sports journalistic papers. But before we speak about Alberth, I'm going to start calling him Albert. I like it, but Alberth. The YEP did an article yesterday from Graham Smith, ears close to the ground, of course, and he mentioned about Leeds, their change of tact, the way they've gone about this summer, signing two players before the window had officially opened, reaching agreements on them two deals, of course, from Rasmus Christensen and, of course, Brendan Aronson. And they are hoping to complete a third edition by the end of next week. So again, Leeds United, like we were told before, we're not around with the playoffs, with relegation, etc. I actually believe that now. Like 3 years in, we're not around with transfers. It's nice to see. I see all the positivity in the comments as well. Leeds United are being linked to a number of players, and this is incredible. You know, I believe that other edition to be completed by the end of next week, and this might like lower expectations a little bit. I think it might be Sonny Perkins from West Ham. For the under-23s, very exciting talent. Played against Leeds, actually. I think it was in the FA Cup. He came on for a short period of time. He's been on the sub-bench in Europe against Lyon, I believe. He's had game time in the Premier League. He's been playing really well in Premier League too. So I think we've beaten a number of Premier League clubs to his acquisition, and that will come soon. I'm hoping that isn't the third edition by the end of next week. That's no shade on Sonny Perkins, but I want some more first team signings. The one player that won't be coming, and I didn't think was ever credible, was, of course, Castellanos. Graham Smith reported in the YEP, it's a non-starter, it's a non-mover. Okay, he's addressed that. I didn't think it was anyway. I think, you know, I believe Tom Bogart, who's a respected American journalist, mentioned it in passing, and then we've created this big, wind around Tati, but it doesn't look like that's going to be a mover. The Athletic have also been reporting about Calvin Phillips as well, okay? It was a Manchester United journalist. They were asked the question about the DM. They said they have certainly looked at Calvin Phillips for the role, and sources are saying that Leeds United sound increasingly resigned to losing the England international this summer. She did go on to say that one place it won't be going is, of course, Manchester United, because that would just wreck Calvin's legacy, you know. But they are confident, let's say, on the blue side of Manchester, that they can get that deal done. And of course, that would be a lot more palatable and realistic for Calvin to make that move across the Pennines to the blue side of Manchester as opposed to the red. I still live in hope that he stays for another season, but the longer it's going on, the longer he's not signed a new deal, I'm starting to worry. And of course, why wouldn't you? He's away on international duty. He's surrounded by Manchester City players, little words in their ears. We know Pep's a great admirer. Manchester City are a huge club now. And, you know, are playing in the Champions League. And I've said it before. I mean, if you put that offer in front of someone, it's hard to turn down. And this person, again, is saying that Leeds United are increasingly resigned to the fact that they may be losing him this summer. I hope that isn't the case. Hoping and praying. I hope Marc Roca isn't a replacement for Calvin. Some believe he is. I I'm hoping that he's not, okay? And the club are true in what they're saying, that if they do lose Calvin, they will move for an additional midfielder. Otherwise, it's as you were, isn't it? We're just replacing with someone who's not quite as good as Calvin. But I'm hopeful that Calvin stays. But let's get into the meat and bones of course, Alberth Elis. Leeds United have been linked with a move for the forward. Of course, L'Equipe reporting this just a number of days ago. He scored 9 goals in 20 appearances for Bordeaux just this season, just 1 assist. But we have to remember that Bordeaux were relegated from Ligue 1, so 9 goals in a team that were relegated is decent going. He is Honduran and on loan at the French side from Boavista. Now, there is an obligation to buy to make that move permanent for just 6.4 million. And although Bordeaux have been relegated, they are believed to still make that deal permanent. And the reason they're going to do that is because they believe they can make profit on him due to his good season and standing within the game. As I say, scoring 9 goals in 20 games for a team that's been relegated, it's not bad going. And for as little as 6.4 million, they can make that deal permanent. And it is believed that Leeds United are after him. Now, there is reasons as to why this is, because apparently Jesse Marsh is a very keen admirer of Elias. He previously been a standout striker whilst in the MLS and scored 24 goals in 62 games for Houston Dynamo. And, you know, Jesse Marsh is keen on him. Maybe he's had a chat with Ottawa. They've gone over. They know that he's expected to be sold because Bordeaux need to have a number of exits from the football club due to their relegation. He's attracting interest from Leeds United. They're believed to make the deal permanent for around 6.4 million and then obviously selling him on for a small profit to a Leeds United. Now, it looks like Leeds United could be in the ballpark of around £10 million, you would imagine. That's where we seem to be at right now. Look, he can play anywhere across the forward line. He's got explosive power, and as I said, can play anywhere across the attack. And he also brings with him a drive and ambition to want to take his game forward. Leeds United are after another striker. We know that. And look, Alberth Elis, I don't know an awful lot about, but there is a lot of credible sources linking us with the Honduran. And of course, we know we need another striker. We've missed out on Eddie Nketiah. I know there's a lot of Leeds fans that wouldn't have been, game for that anyway. But we know that Eddie Nketiah is going to sign a new deal at Arsenal. I've been very impressed with Leeds United's business and the links that we've been getting. If you can bring in Alberth Elis, you then have, Elias, Bamford, and of course, Joel Gelhardt. Behind that, if the links to Minamino are correct and 17 million, a lot of you have been telling me in the comments, Joe, 17 million is not that bad. Someone said we sold McCormack for like 11 million. We paid 25 million for James. This is not a bad fee for someone of Minamino's quality. And the more I've seen them comments, I'm like, do you know what? Maybe I'm being a little bit harsh. 17 million sounds good. I like what we're doing, because what we're doing now, as I said, I made that analogy from water to wine. We're now at grape juice stage. We're at Vimto stage. But Graham Smith made a key point in his article about Leeds United's business, in that we are now getting to a place where the substitute bench isn't Premier League potential. It's now Premier League quality. So as we improve this squad, we now have options on the bench. Okay, it might have been some of last year's first teamers, but it's better than a number of kids that we had last season that hardly had any game time. Let's not forget Marcelo Bielsa broke the record for the number of debuts given in a Premier League season. All right, that shows how threadbare this squad was, and that was to his liking, and that's fine. But now we could be looking at a situation where, you have Luke Ayling on the bench, you have Matthias Klick on the bench if he's still here. You have Joe Gelhardt on the bench, who's come on now for last year's experiences. And then you could be looking at a situation where you may have an Alberth Elis on the bench. You may have Minamino on the bench if we've gone with Aronson and Rafinha if he's still here. Just what I'm saying is the possibilities for this squad now are endless, right? We're really freshening it out. A lot of people wanted us to do that, and it's good to see. Now, whether or not Alberth Elis is that striker, but look, we're led to believe that Leeds United are looking to make a bid, if not haven't already. And we know that the club, and Graham Smith's reporting that they're confident they can get another deal done by the end of next week. Now, I believe that to be Sonny Perkins. But the fact that L'Equipe, as I say, are reporting this, makes me think this could be the guy. This could be the guy. I want to know your guys, and girls' thoughts in the comments. Would you be happy with Alberth Elis? Are you happy with the business thus far? And make sure you join me as well, as we'll discuss this in more detail. You can give me your thoughts in the live transfer show that's coming at 5:30 with myself and James Marshman, the Team Talk editor. So hopefully see you there. If not, catch up on the show after the fact. But thanks, as always, for watching, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace out. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.